Hi. So, in my last vlog entry, I mentioned that I dropped out of high school 3 times and that I was a slacker in my classes before I dropped out and in between the other dropouts before I was done. So, I'm gonna tell you guys why I dropped out 3 times and why I was a slacker. Surviving abuse and adversity. So, you're probably wondering why I was a slacker in school and why I dropped out 3 times. You're probably wondering why I was suicidal with no plans of growing up. I don't have a dad, but I used to, until he tried to rape me at 15. At 17, I told my mom and they divorced. Then he went in and out of prison for pedophilia repeatedly. So I don't have a dad anymore. But there's more. I was being psychologically abused at home. If you don't like it, there's the door. I heard that sentence even as a toddler, and another commonly repeated abuse was, I'll give you something to cry about. I was heavily abused until they separated prior to their divorce. So I was planning to commit suicide before I was 18. But 18 came and went, and I'm still here at 39. I'm not suicidal anymore. I'm simply fatherless now. I don't mind. Yes, you heard me. I'm 39. I'm told I look 26, but I'm 39. The stress of my childhood gave me an order from newest onset to oldest: dissociative identity disorder, paranoid schizophrenia, general anxiety disorder, situational mutism, and social anxiety disorder. So, yeah, that's also why my mom thinks that I would not be able to handle a job. Is because all of that in psychiatric. So I don't currently have a job because um, they think I can't handle a job, so they're not willing to go out and drive me to and from a job. And I can't pay Uber for the job because then I'm not making any money, because Uber costs so much that, I would not actually be making any profit from my job. Because I'd be working part-time, and part-time pay would not be able to afford an Uber to and from work. And as far as I know, Uber is the only taxi that I could use. I don't know of any other taxi services out here besides Uber. And I mean, there is Veo, but that's medical transportation only. So, and there's Comtrans, but that's also medical transportation only. So, that's the only taxi services I know of, is Chew Medical and Uber. And Uber's too expensive to work a part-time job off. I have an eye exam on the 29th. If I'm capable of legally driving with my vision, then I will work on getting a driver's permit and then a license. and then maybe I'll be allowed to work if I get a license. I don't know though. Even then, I might not be allowed to work. I don't know. But it's worth a try. And so, yeah, that's all I had to say during this vlog. Is explaining why I dropped out of high school 3 times and why I was a slacker before and in between my dropouts, and why I was suicidal and thought that I would not grow up. Okay, so bye.